Descendant to get an ultra on the game.
When
Why hasn't he been deleted yet? It's crazy. Yep. On.
Rocky fucking up the
Breaking.
there we go. Good. Keep on.
Nice.
That's it.
stack.
Yeah, I'm stacking.
Pop.
Yes. Is that it? Is that it?
We got it.
No, is that it? Come on. Is that it? Show me the time. Show me top. We're at the top. Let's go. 50 seconds. Yes. 50 fucking seconds. Yo, baby, let's go! Well, Descendants, that was our 53-second challenge. Ice Maiden clear, 3 powerhouse Eisemos with 1 Luna. Of course, we're going to go over everything that we used to do that here in just a second. But I want to thank the other folks, the real ones who are in the Eisemo community. We've all been talking and working on different Eisemo builds and just ways to make Eisemo even better. For those that do not know, Eisemo is probably the best male Descendant that we currently have. A lot of raw damage output, great personality as a character, and he's pretty easy to build. He's a little technical to play. You can get skill issued with him really well, but I urge anybody who wants a good and a fun male Descendant to try out Eisemo. He's a pretty darn good character. So why don't we go ahead and jump into what we did to make this happen. All right, we're going to look at our weapons first. I'm going to go over these pretty quick, so just pause the video whenever you see a section that you need more information on. Of course, the Secret Garden is really just a core stick. We have the sprint speeds and grappling speed on there. The bottom stats also really do not matter one bit. The mods here really don't matter as long as you have Brisk Walk on. That's really the only thing you need. Coming down here to the Last Dagger. This is a pretty standard Last Dagger for fire attack. This is one that you would normally see for bossing, so with the double fire rate rolls. So this is definitely the one that you would take in there. I've seen some arguments to drop fire attack off of this for multi-hit chance. It's all the flavor that you choose for your fight. For the mods here, pretty simple and standard for Last Dagger builds nowadays. Coming down here to Restored Relic. It's the pretty standard Purge 5 challenge run Restored Relic, only it's built for fire instead of toxic. If we come over here to our mods, it's pretty much the same thing that's in here. Coming down to our Inversion Reinforcement, this is pretty standard Maidenless challenge or Ice Maiden challenge. I do call it Maidenless. No maidens? Maidenless? Yeah, we be putting her down a lot. So we've got the fire rounds focus. This is going to give you more fire attack on your Last Dagger as you're firing at Ice Maiden. Selective neurostimulation for that sweet free MP at some point during the boss fight. And then this last one is, again, it's pick your flavor, pick your poison. Void resistance, you don't really plan on getting hit at all because the fight is over so darn quick here. However, there's not much else that you could go with on this that'll give you more damage in the long run, because you mainly don't use weapons. You're only using your skills with Eisemo. So there you go. Moving on to our Descendant modules. Well, past 0, you know what happened? This is future 0. You beat your time by 3 seconds. And that previous clip there showed that 50-second clear. We were so hyped. It was unbelievable. Now, I know you guys want to see the build. We did make a minor change to it. So let's go ahead and look at our Descendant modules. So we have Explosive Evade. We still have all of our cooldowns. And we have the cost mod, Nimble Fingers for cooldown, and our crit damages and range. But we switched out Fire Syncytium for Hyper Focus. And the one thing to remember while you're going through Ice Maiden and trying to use Hyper Focus is stack, shoot, 420. Stack, shoot, 420, pop. Stack your bombs, shoot your gun until you get the crit, use your 4, and then pop your bombs. All right, back to the rest. Now for our external components and our reactor. So the reactor I have is Colossus and cooldown. This is letting me get that super low cooldown on everything and get many more bombs stacked up as quickly as possible. You could have an argument for crit damage instead of cooldown for at least one member of your team. I think when we did this, Anthony had crit damage on his reactor instead of cooldown, so that may have played a really good factor here in us getting a faster clear. And again, I know that 50 seconds is entirely possible with this. It's just a balance of RNG, how's the boss going to react on that run, and having everything fall into your favor. For our clear, I had Colossus and skill cooldown on my reactor. We also had the standard 2 plague set for the tech skill power, and then the 2 hunter set for the skill cooldown. Again, stacking cooldown like crazy so we can have as many bombs up as possible and stuck to the Maiden of Ice. All right, Descendants, now to where the real magic happens, and that's going to be on our Arche tuning board. So on the Arche tuning board, you're gonna notice we're all the way over here on the right. You're gonna see a mutant cell that people really have not paid any attention to at all. Something that just came up out of the weeds, and we found it and decided, you know what, this thing is going to kick some ass. So let's go over the board brick by brick. We're gonna go off with our enhanced skill power. We're gonna take this top route here because we get the MP recovery out of combat. Remember, Eisemo does not count as being in combat until you explode his bombs. So when you're dropping bombs on the ground, you're sticking bombs to a boss, or you are rolling to put sticky bombs on stuff, you are still considered out of combat. So these will work very nicely with that, especially at the start of the fight. The reason we go this top route is so we can get this Colossus skill attack. And then, of course, to the gold enhanced skill power here with a short jaunt downwards to get this enhanced skill power node. We don't go this full bottom route because we don't need any more skill cost reduction, and we don't need any skill effect range here. We obviously get the MP. We go up to the side to get this strong skill power node. Cooldown. I can't stress that enough. We want the cooldown so we can get as many bombs as possible stuck onto the Maiden of Ice. And then we're going to come over and grab 2 pieces of skill critical hit damage just for that extra oomph when we do get a crit on there. Because remember, we're going to have Luna on our team giving us that 30% additive skill critical hit rate, which is what we want. And then for the MVP of everything that we've been using, and the MVP that helped us shave a whole bunch of time off, is going to be Arche Overheat Shield. So why is this great? Well, the skill critical hit damage buff that it gives is 42.8% on your skill critical hit damage. And this is up whenever your max shield is at 50% or higher. That is huge. So while your remaining shield is above a certain percentage of your max shield, so if your max shield is 200, as long as your shield is above 100, you will get skill critical hit damage at 42.8%. It's just a flat multiplicative bonus there for skill critical hit damage. This is super good. This is super awesome. It does require a lot of finesse and teamwork, though. You will see in my video of our actual clear, I run off and I get some damage and destroy a couple of the kingfishers that spawn. They hit really hard and they can rip your shield off. So you want to make sure that you either get fast enough where those do not spawn at all, or you have somebody able to take care of those really quick while still laying bombs down. It's super easy to do once you get the timing down and get through it. Trust, it's great. And the bonus here is just insane. Now, one thing to note is the floor on Ice Maiden will slow you down and provide a debuff, but it will not do damage to you. If you're taking damage while you're on that ice floor, it's because Ice Maiden has hit you or because some kingfishers have hit you with a little bit of their bullets. Okay, that ice floor does not deal damage to you, but it will consider you being in combat because it gives a debuff. So with that, it's a really good way to manage your shield so you can have that skill critical hit damage bonus up all the time. So I want to offer a huge thanks to Moon, Anthony, and Luffy for coming in and helping to achieve this great score. It was Moon, who was our Luna, expert grapples and buffing, and Luffy and Anthony, you guys are amazing Eisemos to group up with. I can't wait to do more of this. Mini collabs in the future. Going to be doing lots of really great stuff. Guys, enjoy the Esiemo fashion here on the screen. And remember, if you ever need stress-free, carefree, and ego-free help, we are always down to help out over here in the Vanguard. Come check us out. All the links will be down in the description to our Discord, our Twitch. So until then, I will catch you guys in the next one. And as always, 0 out.